Where do I even start? Where do I even start? 32 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks, 7 threes, 11 for 20 in only 31.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, basketball fans, and casual observers alike, grab your popcorn, buckle up, and get ready for one of the most satisfying moments of instant karma the WNBA has seen in years. What unfolded on Saturday, June 14th, wasn't just a basketball game. Oh no, it was a masterclass in revenge, a symphony of vindication, and a powerful reminder that sometimes, just sometimes, the basketball gods lace up their sneakers and step onto the court with a wicked sense of humor sharper than a perfectly timed crossover.
Just like that, she's back. Caitlin Clark drops 35 after her 5-game layoff from injury. It was at a point where she scored 9 points in less than 45 seconds. I mean, crossing the half-point line, one dribble, and just pulling it from the logo. Like, these plays are just...
The Indiana Fever stormed into Gainbridge Fieldhouse with one clear mission: to hand the undefeated New York Liberty their first loss of the season. And leading that charge? None other than Caitlin Clark. Fresh off a 5-game absence due to injury, Clark returned with a vengeance, ready to remind the world exactly why she's the most electrifying player in women's basketball today.
Well, the Indiana Fever, I'm watching it. It just went final, 102-88 over the league undefeated, now defeated, New York Liberty. New York Liberty, Stephanie White did not.
The Liberty strutted into Gainbridge Fieldhouse flaunting their flawless 9-0 record, acting like they owned the league. Spoiler alert, they were about to get a reality check so brutal, it would make a tax audit feel like a spa day. But this wasn't just any regular season matchup. No, this was personal. This was about settling old scores and balancing ledgers that had been tipped unfairly for far too long.
Well, the Indiana Fever say, come on, New York. Come on. Somebody's got to give you this first L, and I guess it's going to be us. No Jonquel Jones, but the Indiana Fever handled business. 102-88. We finally hit triple digits thanks to CC22.
You see, the last time these two teams clashed, the air was thick with controversy, thicker than your grandma's gravy on Thanksgiving morning. In the closing seconds of that heated matchup, Liberty's defensive specialist Natasha stripped the ball from Caitlin Clark. Clark believed she'd been fouled, but the whistle never blew. The call never came. What followed was a grievance that simmered, a chip on the shoulder that only grew sharper, and a memory that burned hotter than a Phoenix summer.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Caitlin Clark put on the show, dropped 25 in the first half. Then she was diamond here, diamond there. They scored over 100 points first time in the season, and they gave New York Liberty their first L. Take that L, go back to the Hudson River, and go back to New York with that L. You know what I'm saying? And I can't stand Sabrina. I'm gonna call her Sabrina I Flop You, because all she does is flop. I can't stand Sabrina Ionescu. She's a flopping machine. I'm glad she's taking that L today. Caitlin Clark, 32 points, 7 for 14 from 3. That's 50%. 8 rebounds, 9 assists. She almost had a double-double, almost close to it.
If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to subscribe. Caitlin Clark had been sidelined for 5 grueling games, nursing a quad injury while the Indiana Fever struggled, and the WNBA's ratings took a nosedive, dropping 55% without her on the court. It became painfully clear. Clark isn't just a star, she's the sun around which the league orbits. Watching the WNBA without her felt like trying to watch a blockbuster movie with the lead role missing. Then came Saturday. Clark didn't just return, she erupted back onto the scene like a lightning storm hitting a firework factory. She had a point to prove, and Natasha Cloud's name was written all over it. In just 38 seconds, Clark drilled 3 deep logo threes, 33 feet, 27 feet, 31 feet. It was pure basketball poetry. Call the cops, one fan joked. Clark's abusing the logo again. From the moment the ball tipped off, the electricity in the arena was unmistakable. The Liberty jumped out early, flexing their championship muscle with a 17-6 lead. But the magic started late in the first quarter, when Clark converted a 3-point play. You could see it, the spark in her eyes. Fever basketball was back. What followed was unforgettable. Clark's trio of logo bombs tied the game at 24 and ignited a run that shook the Liberty to their core. By halftime, Clark had 25 points and 6 threes, her highest scoring half as a pro. The Fever led 53-50, and suddenly, the Liberty's undefeated record looked shaky. The third quarter was New York's last gasp. They opened with a 9-0 run, but Clark responded like a general leading her troops into battle. Indiana dropped a 19-0 counterattack that left the Liberty completely lost. Every time they tried to mount a comeback, Clark answered with surgical precision. Threes, dimes, and dagger plays that made it clear this was her court. By the end, Clark had 32 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, and 7 three-pointers, tying her career high. But the stats told only part of the story. This was about redemption. This was personal. This was the Caitlin Clark everyone had been waiting to see. And Natasha Cloud? The same defender who stripped Clark's game winner in their last matchup now looked helpless as Clark dismantled her team's unbeaten record. Her Linsanity run? Over. What we saw was the basketball gods serving poetic justice. Clark's revenge, delivered in full view of millions. Let's talk impact. Clark's return didn't just light up the scoreboard, it lit up the entire league. ABC drew 2.7 million viewers, the third most watched WNBA game this season. Fever ticket prices spiked 366%. Social media exploded. Clark has pushed the Fever past 1 million followers, the first WNBA team to do so, and boosted local revenue in Indianapolis by an estimated $36 million. She is undeniable. Clark blends old-school toughness with new-school flair, logo threes, no-look passes, and a relentless drive to win. Families pack arenas to see her. WNBA engagement per post is 16x higher than the NBA's when she's involved. Courtside seats were reselling for over $2,500. When she's on the floor, the WNBA becomes a cultural phenomenon. And for the Liberty, this was a harsh wake-up call. Sabrina Ionescu scored 34, Stewart added 24, but it wasn't enough to stop the Clark storm. Their undefeated season? Gone. Their confidence? Shaken. Natasha Cloud learned the hard way. Karma has a jump shot. Caitlin. Clark didn't just beat the Liberty. She dominated them with everything that makes her special: vision, shooting, poise under pressure. This was a masterclass. As the final buzzer echoed, one truth was clear: the queen is back, and she's not giving up her throne anytime soon.
Caitlin Clark, 9 points in 20 or 38 seconds. Oh my goodness. Came back to back logo threes. For a minute, man, I told the chat, call the cops on Caitlin Clark for logo abuse. Oh my goodness, man, she was killing.